between Toby and Tom and I, where we were like, oh my God, like, you find it hard to pee in the suit, I find it hard to pee in the suit. And, and like, you know, and deeper versions of that as well. Rachel.
Oh, Andrew.
Rachel.
Oh my God. Rachel. Andrew.
I need you to tell me what's going on. Because, sorry, I know that what's happening? Because you're in my favorite movie of the year.
You're in my favorite movie of the year. Yay, we have things in common. I do want to chat about something that you have been so hysterically good at hiding. And I was exhausted on your behalf watching interviews where you're just trying to talk about Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, so are you in Spider-Man? Are you in Spider-Man? You must be in So, you know, and believe me, I've seen it and I loved it and I cried like a baby. My boyfriend and I are obsessed with Spider-Man in general, and so getting to see you and Toby and Tom, Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, all of these incredible folks. How long has it been since you had to put on the suit and before you filmed Spider-Man?
6 or 7 years of at least, I would say, actually, maybe even longer than that. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't imagine I would ever be doing it again, and I kind of closed that chapter and kind of gave it a kiss and said thank you, and then became a fan again. Because like you, I am just a fan of the character since the first Halloween costume when I was 3 years old, my mother made out of felt. So then it kind of came around, and they had this mind-blowing idea of the three of us in the thing together, and that was kind of enough. I was like, well, that's to be a part of that, because first and foremost I am a fan, so I was like, oh damn, I have to do that.
I think this might be the most incredible day of my life, and I've always wanted to be at Comic-Con in Hall H as Spider-Man with all of you guys. It's always been a dream of mine.
All right.
So thanks for having me. You have no idea how much this means to me. I've always wanted to come here as a fan, and this is my first time, so here I am as a fan. I just want to say a couple of things. I'm Andrew Garfield, and I'm going to be here introducing this panel, this amazing Spider-Man panel. Stan Lee says that the reason why Spidey is so popular is because all of us can relate to him, and I agree. I needed Spidey in my life when I was a kid, and he gave me hope. In every comic I read, he was living out mine and every skinny boy's fantasy of being stronger, of being free of the body I was born into, and that swinging sensation of flight. And upon receiving his power, unlike most who become corrupted, he used it for good. And I think we all wish that we had the courage to stick up for ourselves more, to stick up for a loved one more, or even a stranger you see being mistreated. And Peter Parker has inspired me to feel stronger. He made me, Andrew, braver. He reassured me that by doing the right thing, it's worth it. It's worth the struggle. It's worth the pain. It's worth even the tears, the bruises, and the blood. And I wouldn't be able to stand here in front of you guys right now without feeling that Spider-Man was here with me, with his reassuring hand on my shoulder, making sure I don't fall over and concuss myself. And he has inspired countless people, girls, boys, men, women, all of us. And he has saved lives, and he saved my life. And I owe Webhead a lot, and I owe Stan the Man a lot, and I'm humbled to be here, like you do not know, to share the work that we've done with all of you. And this is my first Comic-Con, and this is definitely the coolest moment of my life, and thank you for being here and sharing it with me.
Just for like 3-year-old me, yeah, man. Like it was kind of like, oh damn, I guess I got to go to Atlanta and keep this a secret and blah blah blah. But then on top of that, it was like, you know, but then it became a really cool exercise in making it not just, you know, superficial moment for fans, like actually making it of service to Tom's Peter Parker. Absolutely. And to Tom's you know, to Tom's Spider-Man. That felt really, really important. And also as a bonus, you know, the first scene that I was pitched was I don't want to give any spoilers, but I mean, for people who haven't seen the film, but there's a very emotional moment where there's a rescue. That felt like the most kind of like healing thing for my Peter Parker, to rescue the love life and the love of my younger brother in this other multi-dimensional universe. Like that felt quite profound, actually. I was like, oh, well, that's like spooky meant destiny sliding doors stuff where if the film can achieve that. And John Watts, the director, is incredibly brilliant and smart and funny, but also has a real big heart. And I think that's what I find so moving. They're just so full of goodness, and what he creates with Zendaya and with Jacob is just this love, like this pure love. And so yeah, to be a part of it was just incredibly fun, incredibly exciting. And yeah, it was very fun lying about it. I'm not gonna lie, it's weird. It was weird. Like, I'm not a great liar, but I love games. I love playing like Werewolf, or I don't know if you ever played the game Werewolf or Mafia.
Yeah, I have, yes.
So like, to be able to play a game of mass werewolf with the internet, with like millions of people, like, was kind of amazing. I'm just in my house.
It is, it's so fun. I have to say, as someone who's just such a fan of your Peter Parker, directed by Mark Webb so beautifully. I love those movies, and I love the dynamic between Peter and Gwen so much. The theatrical experience of seeing Spider-Man was one of the greatest I've ever had. But when you come on screen, it is, we were literally hitting each other. Like, we were, all of us, complete strangers in the theater. And
that's great.
It just opens and we're like, oh my God, it's happening. And we knew it was gonna happen. There was something in the back of our heads that we knew, but it was still so friggin' exciting.
Very, very cool. And also, like, it's a kind of there was a brotherhood that got created between Toby, Tom, and myself. And like, that's healing as well, between Toby and Tom and I, where we were like, oh my God, like, you find it hard to pee in the suit, I find it hard to pee in the suit. And like, you know, and deeper versions of that as well.
We do have to talk about Spider-Man Best Picture Oscar nomination. Are you expecting to hear that nomination next week?
I don't really know the answer to that question. Obviously, Spider-Man is a film that we are all incredibly proud of. It would be a huge honor for it to be nominated for an Oscar, but I think I can speak on behalf of everyone at Marvel and Sony, and particularly John Watts. The fan reaction that we've received, the love and support, is enough. You know, we have created something that has been such a culturally enriching experience for so many people, that watching those fan reactions to when Andrew comes through and Toby comes through and Andrew saves Zendaya, I will never be able to live that down. That is just incredible, and for me, to be able to share that with the world is enough.
So when will we see the next Spider-Man film with the three Spideys? I mean, there's just, people want it.
I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. Could it happen? Of course it could happen. We've done it once before. Will it happen? I don't know.
I mean, the love and the outpouring and the obsession that you guys were able to get three Spider-Mans together, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It was an idea for a long time, and an idea that always seemed impossible. And as time went on, you know, the incredible producer, Amy Pascal, Kevin Feige, Tom Rothman, and then, you know, our leader, John Watts, they managed to pull it off.